Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. Welcome to Heart of the Home. Today we are going to do an absolutely delicious recipe. Typically it's a shrimp scampi, but today we are subbing mushrooms for the shrimp. And these are chicken of the woods mushrooms, and they can be foraged locally. Now I have in my pan here, I have some melted butter, and I'm going to add some olive oil to it. And a lot of people always ask, why do you use two fats? One is that the olive oil is added to keep the butter from burning. So we're just going to move that around the saute pan a little bit. And as I said, this is a standard shrimp scampi recipe. I love using this with fresh shrimp, but I also love doing this with these mushrooms. What I have there is the butter and the olive oil, and we're going to add some garlic. And I do want to talk about the garlic for a minute. I've got the burner on kind of low. We don't want it to burn. But if you've got a clove of garlic with the skin and you want to get that skin off, the best way to do it is to smash it. You always want to use the blunt side of your knife on top of the clove. Go down. You certainly don't want to use the sharp side of your knife towards your wrist, all right? And you're going to peel that skin off. And some recipes tell you to mince garlic. I personally prefer slicing it. I think it gets a better flavor. There's a lot of chefs out there would probably maybe disagree with that, but it's my way of doing it. And we're just going to kind of slice it up a little bit. It did get kind of mashed, which is fine. We'll add that to our pan. All right, we're going to move that garlic around a little bit in the olive oil and butter. And then we're going to add some crushed red pepper. Sometimes I don't measure. If you like it spicy, then add a lot. If you don't like it spicy, don't add a lot. And we're going to let that move around a little bit. And we're going to hit it with a little bit of wine. Now, I do want to caution you when you're adding any sort of alcohol, really any liquid, but mostly alcohol. You don't want to add the alcohol from the side of the pan because certainly if you have a gas stove, you're going to end up with a show. You want to add it to the middle. You hear that sizzle? And that was maybe about 2 tablespoons or so. We're going to let that simmer a little bit. So now we have our drained chicken of the woods mushrooms. They are soft now. They're not firm like they are in the other jar. I'm going to bring them to my board here, and I'm just going to kind of do a slice. Really don't want these diced. I don't want to lose them in the mix of the spices that we've got going on and the pasta that we're going to add. Mushrooms are absolutely delicious. A lot of vegetarians use them as a meat substitute. I personally love mushrooms of all sorts. Very meaty. And you're even luckier if you can find them yourselves when you forage in the woods for them. So we're going to add these sliced mushrooms to our butter, olive oil, garlic, and crushed red pepper. Move those around a little bit. This recipe comes together in no time at all. It's so easy. Now I've already cooked some angel hair pasta ahead, and we're going to go ahead and add some of that to the pan. All right, and we've got a nice big pasta bowl that we're going to use. I'm going to move it over here though. Now, if you do find that this is somewhat dry, which in all honesty it's not, mainly because the mushrooms are so tender. But if it is somewhat dry and you've reserved some of that pasta water, feel free to add that to it. The starch in the water helps any sort of sauces adhere. So we're going to put this into our big pasta bowl. See those beautiful mushrooms on top? All right, once that is in our pasta bowl, we're going to garnish it with a few things. I'm going to start with some chopped parsley. And I'm going to brighten it up with some lemon juice. All right, and then we're going to top it with some Parmesan cheese. Beautiful dish. And we have some nice crusty bread. We're going to add that to our garnish. And there you have it. We have chicken of the woods scampi, substituting that shrimp that normally is in the recipe. I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen, and join us next time on Heart of the Home.